We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Giants. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
Another big season last year when he threw for over 4,500 yards for the third time in his career. He's a big-time performer, but right now, all he's thinking about is having much more success come playoff time.
Dak going to start out going to the air. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Here comes the Giants offense with their second-year QB leading the way. Now his first full season at the helm, Jackson Dart.
Once he hit the field his rookie season, he brought some true excitement to his team and to his fan base. I love his aggressiveness, but has to learn to protect himself. But this guy, he goes all out on every possession.
Looking to put a drive together. A play fake, and now it's Dart. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterboo. And he's up in it after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now a 3rd and 6. Dart from the gun on 3rd down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Kenny Clark with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Call it 46 yards on the punt. Just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Gets by him at the 25. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Pretty good 1st down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
Dart going to give to Scannaboo. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. To throw is Dart. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kenny Clark, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs, None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Pulled in at the 24. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. As the visitors head back out, we take a look at the defensive coordinator for the home team. His guys looking to come up with a stop here in this tie game. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And boy, now you see him, now you don't. Excellent move, nice run, winds up getting about 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
This 2nd and 4. On the counter, here's Williams. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Prescott. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play here for Dallas. 51 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
I'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams there to bring him down.
At the 9-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Dart. Open target here, Darius Slayton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
1st down.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on 3rd down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
Play fake, and here's Dart. Got his man in the crossing pattern. It's Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Johnson's got it complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
First down, here's Scatterby. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 8. Scatterby going to run it out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. A first carry now for Tyrone Tracy. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. Right hash mark of 42. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, they're sending out an early memo that points are not going to be easy to come by in this one. A block here in the opening quarter, and what a block it was.
I love how you talked about sending out a memo. I know of one special teams coach who leaves a note in the lockers of guys he wants on his special teams. A direct invitation to them. He wants them to have the pride in what they're doing. This group showed it right there. A big effect on this game.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Off the play fake, Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
Even the most tenured quarterbacks can still get fooled from time to time. He clearly thought he had a throwing lane, but the defense shut it down and picked it off. I'm sure he's frustrated with himself, but I'm also sure he'll shake it off.
The Giants going to take over again on offense. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
On play action, here's Dart. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Dart. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
In motion, Slayton. To the air, Dart. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. Scattaboo is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
He'll try again. And this time he'll score. Touchdown, Giants. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants
5 plays there on that drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They begin the drive with Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
At the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10.
The 4-3 defense there did its job, funneled things right to the middle linebacker.
If they do a nice job of playing team defense, everyone takes care of their responsibilities. That allows that guy in the middle to do his job, which is search and destroy.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Man open left side, it's Williams. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On is the punter, Brian Ager, to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Austin. Dancing away at the 35. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the 2nd quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows, they're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
We'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that
point. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Like it's been this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Throwing his dart. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, dart. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
In motion, Slayton. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 25-yard line.
Dart going to look to throw here. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Cowboys nothing.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Prescott. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott now. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And New York set to take the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That's to Cam Scatteroo out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now it's Dart. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. 2nd and 10. To throw, Dart. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Throwing his dart. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
An inside run with Scatterbo. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They go play action with Dart. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Theo Johnson from 21 yards away. And the Giants have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Now the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Gets past one man. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
That is caught. There's Ryan Flanoy. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now Prescott. Got an open man, it's Pickens. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
48-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a pitch out to Williams. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He was brought down by Jason Pinnock. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 4. On play action, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Ferguson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Here's Prescott. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
George Pickens. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 20-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
3rd and long.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. On the out route, he's got Floyd. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Throwing, Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Prescott. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. To throw is Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jake Ferguson as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Giants 21.
A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
Brendan Aubrey to
So
kick
not
off
much
for the
time to
Cowboys.
speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one not returnable, not by a long
Giants
stretch,
take
over the
over
back line of the
first
end
and
zone,
10
so that's going to be
at their
spotted
own
up at the
35-yard
35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. This one is Slayton over the middle. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the 41-yard line.
Second down and 4. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Give up the middle, Scatteroo. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
On the handoff, this is Scatteroo. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 43 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Malik Nabers, 31 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point attempt to follow here. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Giants 28.
A drive there of just 4
Cowboys 7.
plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now a 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. Going right back to Ferguson. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. In motion, the tight end. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside, but you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space, and that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot. That play call right there shows just how little confidence this coach has in his running game. This was a prime position to keep the ball on the ground, but they kept it in their quarterback's hands. He makes a smart choice to throw it short and move the chains, but it's going to be tough for him now if they have to be this one-dimensional.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 8. Again, it's Williams. A little juke. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants 16. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They'll look to throw. Try to set up a screen for Blue. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 8 yards out. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Aubrey now for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Makes the score Giants 28.
That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Looking to put a drive together. Dart. Pass incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Dart. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Dart going to look to throw here. That one taken in by Nabers. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
At the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1. They'll start on the ground with Scatteroo. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Johnson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Off the play fake, it's Dart. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. This quarterback now 6 of 7 throwing it in this second half. He's got a 1st and 10. Throwing his Dart. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. To the air again. Dart. They'll set up the screen to Scatteroo. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And out now come the Cowboys. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Play action now. Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
There's Flanoy. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. On the return, Austin. Dancing away at the 35. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Giants offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now 2nd and 9. He finds his man Johnson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll try and run here with Scannaboo. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now Prescott. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. On play action, Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Brian Burns able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
So the completion gets him just a yard. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. To about the 40-yard line.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Second and 6. On play action, here's Dart. He finds Austin complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
On the draw, it's Scatteroo. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, They want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The offense on third down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is third down and 12. Dart going to give to Scatterbo. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Yeah, quick throw there is incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
To throw is Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll give it to Scatterbo. And a short gain down to about the 33. Brought down on the play by Deron Bland.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. They'll hand it to Tracy. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
4 yards.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To throw, Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Malik Nabers, his second touchdown of the night. And the Giants have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Giants 35.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. A beautiful fake. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now here come the Cowboys.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice, long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Well, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Throwing, dart. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Looking to throw, dart. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
1st down, here's Scatterboot. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down, because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
They'll run from the gun with Scatterboot. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Dart. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter.
This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
CD Lamb's ability to adapt to any situation he encounters downfield, finds his way open, and even when he's not, knows how to compete for the ball in the air. Last season is 5th straight over 1,000 yards.
Here's Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business.